Welcome to problem of the day 68. Solve the reaction forces and the internal forces at point A1. So we're going to solve the reaction forces at A and B, and then also the internal reaction forces at A1. So to do this, we're going to sum the forces in the X, Y, and sum the moments. So first I'll sum the forces in the X equals 0 because there's no force in the X, and this is our free body diagram. So we got a pin and a roller. So there would be a force in the X that would be eaten up by the AX term, but since there is none, it will be equal to 0. And then we got AY and AB from the pin and the roller support that will counteract the 10 kips coming down. So we'll sum the moments at A, so we get rid of this value at A when you're summing the moments. So sum of MA equals 0 times negative 10 times 10. So this is 10 feet here and 10 feet there. So and then there's 10 kips going down. So that's why it's 10 times 10, and then it's in the negative direction because it's gonna spin this way. So counter or clockwise, spin clockwise, where I set positive as counterclockwise, and then you have a plus by, which is 20 times by, because that's spinning in counterclockwise direction. And then once you solve this equation, you get by equals 5 kips, and then we solve the forces in the y direction. So now you have 5 kips here, 10 kips here, so it's really just negative 10 plus 5, and then that equals plus ay, and that equals 0. But then you solve for ay and you get 5 kips. Now what we can do is draw another free body diagram. So ay equals 5 kips, and then you can cut it at right here at the 5 foot mark. So you have a shear force, a normal force, and a moment force, or a moment. And we know there's no forces in the x direction or the normal direction n, so that will equal 0 again. And then we'll sum the forces in the y. So what we end up getting is 5 kips downward, because you got sum of the forces y equals 0 equals minus VA1, which is this force, plus 5, which is the AY term, which is 5 kips, and that's going upwards. And then we'll sum the moments at AY1, and that is equal to 0. And for the same way as normal, you get MA1 equals 25 kip feet. So this becomes 25 kip feet.